We knew that the mainstream comic book industry was underpaying its people. That's never been a secret in everything that's going on. I remember sitting down with the CEO of Valiant Comics at a Comic Con. He was telling me what their artists were making, which were some of the best artists in the business at the time. They've fallen off since he's been out, and of course, they've been out too. But they were only making like $130 a page. Now, that's not very much. And it's getting crazier because now we're dealing with Disney Marvel. This is the biggest entertainment company in the world, producing the biggest properties in the world and the best sellers in the world. And yet they're drastically underpaying people. Yeah, I know you're going to make some jokes here. We're going to talk about it in just a second. But Heather Antos actually revealed what she was getting paid when she was working as an editor at Marvel for Star Wars, of all things. How crazy is this? We'll get into the news in just a second. My name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator, and this is my Flying Sparks. If you love good art, good storytelling like Marvel used to do in their old school stories, you're gonna 100% love my superhero epic. Please check it out. It met a girl, met a man, and her boyfriend Johnny all team up together to fight off evil interdimensional lizard beings, the ones who are taking over the comic industry. Oh wait, no, those are different interdimensional lizard beings. Check that out. The link is in the description below. I really appreciate you guys for being there, and I appreciate you over the last couple of days. I know I'm testing out sound things, and some of it's working, some of it's not. I think it all sounds better than what it did, and I think this is probably going to be the best video yet, but again, this is an experiment, so I hope this works. Thank you so much. All right, here's the news of the day. I found this when I was perusing Twitter regarding the IDW industry troubles yesterday because I was curious. I know Heather Antos now works as the editor at Star Trek. I did send in a pitch, by the way. She was complaining last year that she was getting no pitches. Unfortunately, I did not get a response for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm sure it's buried in her email somewhere. She'll get to it eventually. Can you imagine if they gave me Star Trek? I'd crush it. I would absolutely crush it. Anyway, but here we are. She's still with the company. I didn't see any problems with it. She's actually not tweeted about it or given any reaction to the IDW layoffs and their removal from the stock exchange yesterday. But she did actually talk about how she's doing pretty well personally. I guess she's bought a house, which is where this thread came from. Congratulations, Heather, on the new home. I hope you enjoy it. And here it is. For context, 8 years ago when I moved to the East Coast for the publisher that shall not be named, that's Marvel Comics, aka Disney. Here we go. The biggest evil corporation in the world. Making less than $30K a year. This wasn't even in the realm of a possibility. So in New York City, she was making less than, you can't live in New York City for like $60K a year, let alone $30K a year. This is insane. They were paying her less than $15 an hour to edit Star Wars. This is crazy too. It's like, this is who they're having work on Star Wars? That's insane too. Now, of course, all the comments here are dunking on Heather. I'm sorry, Heather. I'm very sorry. I hope you're having a good Friday. But here it is. She didn't say no, says Yellow Flash, one of the best YouTubers out there. Oof, that is terrible. She didn't say no to $29,000 a year because she just wanted clout more than anything. That's a harrowed tale right there. Absolutely terrible. And then a lot of people were saying they overpaid her. Oh my gosh. Now, Brett R. Smith, a great colorist who actually worked at DC for a while, says, imagine how they treat their creatives and subcontractors who don't actually work for the company. I opened with my video talking about just how the top artists at Valiant were making. And it's even worse when you get down the line when they're not top artists. It's absolutely crazy out there. So, gosh, these companies really are underpaying. I know the jokes about Heather, shouldn't make any money for what she did to that company and for what she's done to comics overall is a good one. But just look at this. Just like to have somebody in there, if you're paying that, no wonder you're not getting the amazing talent that's going to create the next epic, that's going to create the next wave of just beautiful stories out of comics. You can't pay people this kind of thing and get good talent in return. It doesn't work, especially with Disney doing so. They're the top in the industry. I mean, to me, when I hear that, it's like, well, what does an editor at IDW make or an editor at Image? And it's like, are they just doing it, for the clout and for their name on there? I mean, I know the Huffington Post was having people pay, like not paying people for their articles, and it was just giving them exposure. Is that what's going on in the rest of the comic industry? Gosh, I'd really like to know that because this opens a can of worms for underpaid professionals. And this explains why nobody except for weirdos and SJWs and the woke who are trying to bring in their identity crap will work at these companies, because those are the only people who would work for this kind of money. Let's be honest. All right. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. I think it's absolutely crazy myself. And of course, make sure to check out Flying Sparks, my book. Make sure I get paid a decent wage for my work, because I've created a beautiful story, guys. You are going to absolutely love this. I promise you. If you like the old comics, this is for you. Links in the description below. Thanks again.